while we all ponder the hopes of a female PSL league getting started in the wake of our women's performance, let's talk about the gents for a moment. And the PSL gets underway this weekend with some mouth-watering fixtures. We've got the defending champions, Mamelodi Sundowns. They'll look to start their campaign on a winning note. Up against Sekhukhune United, the Giant Slayers, and we've got Cape Town Spurs making a welcome return to the big league. Finally, I've got a Spurs I can support wholeheartedly. They'll try their best to show that they deserve to be on the top flight as they face TS Galaxy in the opening round. We had a chat all about it. Early days, still. Good Hope FM sports anchor and our sports anchor, Lorenzo Daris. I love you, guy. So I just want to ask that and just be a bit spicy here. How far off are we from a women's league in the PSL? Can I just talk about that for a second? Because it kind of feels like we're about 5 years too late.
Yeah, the little amateur leagues at the bottom just not working for me. I think Irvin Koza and Danny Jordan should actually be in a room already discussing it and then having a release today and telling us that within the next month we're going to
These are the 8 teams that are going to be there. Boom.
Yeah, these are the 8 teams that we're inviting clubs to come and nominate or to put through their bids for it. And we're going to start with it because if we're playing like that, we need a fully fledged professional females league.
Let's give the young girls here a shot to get there. Absolutely love that.
Definitely.
All right, so let's focus on the gents. And of course, the gents who have been putting their hands up, and I'm guessing are going to put their hands up in a beautiful new kit. Mamelodi Sundowns. Is anyone going to stop them from getting, is it a 6th consecutive now, moving on to a 7th this season?
Like, you know, when you start the season and you're already saying that it's going to be a 7th consecutive, then you need to know that that team is 10 years ahead of anyone else in the PSL.
It feels like you've got a Champions League team against some minnows. And all due respect.
Group stage.
All due respect. And I know people are going to come after me for saying that, but it feels like they're playing with a different bank, with a different stock of players, a different squad. Who can feasibly mount a challenge against them this season?
Well, we saw what happened last season, though. They ended off on about 70 points, and their closest rivals were Orlando Pirates in second on 53 points. So I think Orlando Pirates might just, you know, improve on what happened last year. But if there's one team and one person out there that has the caliber to take them on, it's Gavin Hunt. Right? So SuperSport, I'm hoping that they do something. But then, you know, we want to see Kaizer Chiefs, you know, coming back and showing that they still have the caliber, but I feel, again, that everyone from a backroom staff is 10 years behind Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, and kudos to the team. I mean, Pirates grew a lot last season, and I think if I didn't pour a little bit of joy on them, Brian would come for me somewhere. This morning. And I love the fact, obviously, Cape Town Spurs, a great new kind of energy coming into the space.
Spurs for you, finally.
Finally, a Spurs, I can say without going afterwards. So that's great. But when we look at SuperSport, great, they are on the up and up. I'm sure Gav was like, when you heard his name mentioned this early in the season, but that's great. Kaizer Chiefs, it felt like they have been focused on rebuilding their squad. And I like the fact that they've always been a hotbed for discovering younger stars in that sense. It always feels like they get to a point and they don't solidify that squad or their style of play or where they're at, their true north, if you will. What needs to change in that camp? Because they've got the resources.
Yeah, no, they've got it, but they don't have enough resources. Let's be honest. No one has enough resources compared to Mamelodi Sundowns at the moment. And I feel that there's some internal politics at Kaizer Chiefs that needs to be sorted out. There's a lot of power plays behind the scenes.
Is that familial power plays? It's one of my favorite families, eh? Honestly, guys, come on, keep yourself
one of those things that's happening at the moment. And I feel that, you know, if they want to move forward, firstly, the academy needs to shine, but they also need to have a bit of a checkbook, you know? Because you need to bring in, you can't just rely on your academy all the time, you know? So we need them to bring in quality players in, which they've done, but then when they get there, they're just not performing on that level.
Who out of them, and I use the term minnows lightly again, so Sekhukhune, the Galaxy, these teams that have proven themselves to be giant slayers, they're great at ruining other people's seasons at critical moments. It would be great to see one of them convert the early season form that we've seen last year, certainly. Do you think there's going to be any surprise packages? Even Cape Town Spurs, do you think Sean Bartlett's knowledge of this ecosystem is going to give them that edge? Who's going to surprise us this season?
So Cape Town Spurs is going to slowly move in that direction so that they can stay there. I know that their plan is to not be relegated.
Stay up, for sure.
And then build on it. Then build on it because they're using a lot of amateur players or semi-professional players that they brought across. A team to look out for, Stellenbosch. I say Stellenbosch all the way compared to last year. If you look at the juniors have been playing against the international teams. There's something that's brewing there at the bottom, and it's going to.
They've got the varsity pool.
Yes, they've got it. Yeah, they're doing immense work in the UK. They're winning tournaments throughout.
Yeah.
And I feel that they've got the backing of their board, they've got the backing of the town of Stellenbosch, and their players are doing immense work.
I'm just going to say it, just for the first time this year. Come on, Spurs. Come on now. I promise you, when it comes to South Africa, I am impartial. I love you all. We just want something for the fans. So go out there and deliver. And for the fans, enjoy the resuming of the PSL this weekend. Get those colours out, baby.